Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats. If you listened to the episode last week, episode number 60, we had a great episode about ways that you can be pushing last-minute holiday season event sales at your restaurants or venues in order to fill up your holiday season event calendars. We gave some ideas for using social media and email marketing, along with a couple other promotional offering ideas that you could be trying in order to generate some last-minute revenue. And we did get some great feedback, and we can see the stats, lots of listening on that episode. So we wanted to keep with the holiday season theme today and talk about some holiday season event trends that we are seeing and loving right now, and just some other holiday season food and beverage, gifting, everything great like that for the holiday season. So hopefully this episode today can give you some inspiration for trying some new things at your own restaurants, or, maybe an added touch that you could be incorporating for an event that you're hosting, and even some things that you could be trying for yourself in your personal life for your own holiday gatherings with friends and family. So let us know if you try any of these things that we list today by sending us an email to our email address, which is in our description. So hope you enjoy the episode.
Let's start off with cocktails, because that's what we always do. So for today, I'm going to talk about a few batchable cocktails, and these are great for those big holiday parties that are hopefully filling up your calendars, in addition to making your bartenders' lives easier for regular bar and table customers. And also, of course, if you're hosting a holiday party at your home, these are much easier than like making drinks for every single guest that walks through the door, because I've done that. It's not fun. So I have a few of my favorites here that are sure to spice up your holiday and put smiles on your customers or your family and friends' faces. The first is the Cranberry Citrus Paloma. So tequila isn't just for warmer months, I'm telling you right now. This delicious big batch punch is a twist on the modern Paloma cocktail and those retro holiday punches that you probably remember from your aunt's house on Christmas Eve that you weren't allowed to drink because you were too young. Anyone else out there remember those? Because it was always like 3 different punches at my aunt's house, and I was always told like, no, can't have that. Sorry. So now you can. And traditional Palomas, for those of you that don't know, are just made with tequila and grapefruit soda. And this holiday version plays off that same combo of flavors, but adds in fresh cranberry juice or fresh cranberry puree to give it even more flavor and a beautiful color, and make it perfect for winter events when both citrus and cranberry are in season. So you can mix it all up ahead of time, so it's easy to serve for events and at the bar. You'll just need fresh cranberries, fresh lime juice, grapefruit juice. Fresh squeeze is definitely best here, but if you don't have that option, the regular store version is fine too. Orange juice, same goes for the orange juice, and Blanco tequila. So I'm going to give you a quick recipe for 20 servings, and you'll need about a half a cup of pureed fresh cranberries. And all I mean by that is literally just putting the cranberries into like a mixer or not a mixer, what are they called? The puree, your restaurant has what's puree.
Yeah.
What you puree stuff in. Blender, but bigger for restaurants. And I can't think of the name of it right now. But anyways, you don't need to add anything to that puree. It's just fresh cranberries that are pureed. 1 cup of fresh lime juice, 2 cups of grapefruit juice, a half a cup of orange juice, and then 2 cups of Blanco tequila, and 2 liters of Sprite or whatever lemon lime soda you have at your restaurant. Add everything together in a large like Cambro container or whatever containers you use. And you can serve this for up to 3 days as long as it's stored in your cooler. So serve it over ice. You can just spoon it out and put it over ice. You don't need to remix it. And don't remix it because it has Sprite in it, so it will go everywhere. Serve it over ice and garnish it with fresh cranberries or a lime wedge or both, whatever you want. And this cocktail it's sweet, but it's also a little bitter. So it pairs really well with like appetizers, cheese boards, or anything fried, which I think a lot of appetizers usually are at events, like fried food. So it pairs really well with those items. The second cocktail is a lot different, but it's still a batch cocktail. And it's for those of you out there who really want to love eggnog, but you just don't like it at all. Because I'm somewhere in the middle. Like sometimes I'm in for a good eggnog drink, and then other times I'm like, well, I don't want it at all. So
Depends on your mood.
Yeah, exactly. This is a much lighter milk-based cocktail, and it's called the Holiday Milk Punch. I'm going to give you a recipe that it has all the lactose and real milk products in it, but you can substitute out for almond milk or coconut milk or oat milk or whatever you want. It works the same way. So, and this one can also be batched for big events or your bartender's sanity. So, but just remember that this one, because it is milk based, it really only lasts one night. You don't want to batch too much because milky drinks don't really stand in for like the long haul. It's just not a good idea to hold on to a batch of a milk based cocktail for too long. So
That makes me feel like icky.
yeah, right. Like just like a night, just a night. So and also remember that because it's milk based, each serving of this drink should be shaked over ice before pouring it into a cocktail glass over fresh ice. Because you want to ensure that all the ingredients are really well mixed together. So again, for 20 servings, you're going to combine 1 cup of powdered sugar and 1 cup of water. And you're just going to mix that with a big spoon until all the sugar is dissolved. It shouldn't take that long. And then you're going to add in 5 cups of brandy, 2.5 cups of dark aged rum. The aged here is really important because it gives it that more robust flavor. 10 cups of whole milk. Again, you can substitute out for a non-dairy version, and 2.5 cups of half and half or heavy cream. And again, or a non-dairy version. And you'll want to mix this up as much as you can in the big container. And then, like I said before, mix it again before you scoop it out for each serving, and then mix each serving over ice before pouring it over new ice. And then you can just shake over some, fresh nutmeg or cinnamon or whatever you want as a garnish. And then you can also, I made this at a restaurant that I used to work at. And sometimes at the end of the night, we would combine, like if we had some left over, because again, you don't want to like reuse it the next day, we would mix it in with coffee. So it makes a really good coffee creamer too, like a boozy coffee creamer, just FYI, something to try. And this is obviously a dessert drink. So this is something you're going to want to serve at the dessert level, or, you can just put it on your menu, and anytime people want to order it that are just regular customers, they can order it anytime they want. So those are my two faves for batched holiday cocktails.
I think so. The first one, I think I want to make with my family and try it out myself. Maybe not for 20, but I'll like tweak the numbers.
Well, I mean, remember 20 servings, if there's only like,
that's true. Right. That's true. I'm thinking like 20 people, but right. Okay. Duh. All right. I'm thinking that way. And then also the 10 cups of whole milk. I can't even remember the last time I drank whole milk.
I know. Well, because I think this is why this one to me is like a very restaurant thing, because I'm not going to make a drink with 10 cups of whole milk at home. I'm just not. I might make it with almond milk, but not with regular milk. So, and I did try this, a smaller version of this at like a party I went to a while back with friends. And I was supposed to bring like a punch, and it was supposed to be a dessert punch. So I brought this, and a lot of the girls that were at this party don't drink milk. So I made it with almond milk and then coconut creamer. And it was delicious, actually. So, FYI. And I made it a little stronger than this recipe because, that's how we roll. So, so it wasn't as much milk, but this is a very everyone friendly recipe with the 10 cups and the 2.5 cups of cream. So,
right.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I'm going to try it and I'll report back how it goes.
I appreciate that.
So the next thing we want to talk about is holiday pop-ups, which is a trend and like theme that I've been really seeing and loving for the holiday season. I feel like it's either been like restaurants or bars creating their own pop-up version of a holiday season pop-up, or working with another thing in the local community who has like another initiative. And then the restaurant comes in with like a food truck or a food stand, and then they sell food and drink. So I think it's just so holiday season, winter. I think the ones that I know of, they're going to be here past like Christmas and New Year. So they'll be into January. So you don't get a chance to go before the end of December. I think that the ones that I'm listing now are going to be around still. So the first one that I saw was Sarah by Barreria's winter pop-up that opened on Italy's Flatiron rooftop. So the theme of this rooftop is winter in the Italian countryside, and it's decorated just like that to make you feel like you're really enjoying an Italian winter in the winter season. And the decor is gorgeous. There's vines draping within the rooftop structure. They have like white and green florals to basically match a nice Christmas theme. And I know this rooftop does always transform for the season. So they did have like a fall seasonal thing that was up for a while. And then just as of this week, they debuted this Christmas theme. So it's brand new and people are, I think, enjoying it so far. I saw it on Instagram. I did a little digging, but They also transformed their menu from fall to winter as well. So they have all sorts of Italian bites on the menu. And one of the predicted menu favorites is the cheese fondue, which they have over an open flame. And, it's just the most perfect comfort food that's going to be great for the colder months. And I personally love fondue. So I haven't had it in a while. But when I was reading about it, I was like, wait, wow, my family used to do this, but we haven't done this probably since I was a kid. Do it at home, or yeah, I should go to a restaurant and try it there too. But the article that was describing the pop-up and just, writing about it in the news said how their executive chef, Michael Noguera, describes how it was a real deep dive into the art of melting cheeses in order to find the perfect ones and the perfect pairings for this final
a lot of fun.
the menu. I know. Maybe I should just, I should have gotten an education in the art of melting cheeses. Seriously. Because that would be pretty fun. But that looked amazing. So they also had some cocktails that they were offering. They have mulled wines. And then they also had a nog on their menu, which I wrote down the ingredients. I obviously don't know how as much as you do, but they called it the new Brooklyn nog, made with New York City's own mustache ginger probiotic tonic and King's Country bourbon, plus Amaro, Averna, pumpkin spice, and of course, eggnog. How does that sound to you, Kate?
Actually sounds really good. I love Averna, like Amaro in drink, like in eggnog drinks or in milky drinks. It's really good. I think for last year's holiday cocktails with Kate and James, I did a drink similar to that, not with the pumpkin and not with the mustache. What is it? I've seen
probiotic mustache ginger probiotic tonic.
Yeah. I've seen that before at like specialty food stores around here, actually. I've never tried it, but it sounds really good. So yeah, I'm down for that.
I know.
I like a little nog, as long as that's not like, as long as like the egg isn't like the main thing. Cause it gives me a little bit of a stomach ache, to be honest with you. But if it's like more alcohol and other things, and then that the nog is like secondary, then I can get down with that.
Right. So it sounded good, and they had like 4 different kinds of mulled wines as well. So there's lots of new holiday cocktails here.
Mulled wine.
So love mulled wine. And then, so Sarah by Bavaria, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, they're located on the 14th floor of Italy, New York City's Italy and Flatiron, which is at 205th Avenue. So if you're in New York, check it out. And we also have another New York based pop-up, which is actually just manifesting my dream New York City life every day. But this one's at the Moxie Times Square Hotel's rooftop. We love Moxie hotels.
We love Moxie. Yeah. I've never stayed at the Times Square one, but we stayed at another one in New York, I think, right?
Yeah. I've stayed at a couple in my day, and I just love them every time. I look out for them when I travel with my friends. But so this Moxie in Times Square, they transitioned their rooftop into a holiday pop-up with a pink and glittery après ski theme as their theme. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Do that.
The pictures are gorgeous. So the rooftop bar and lounge at the hotel, it's called Magic Hour, and they do this every season. They make it this huge Instagrammable space, and they have all these different installations that create the whole theme. So they've done great things in the past, but this is the newest one for the winter. And so for this pink après ski theme, it includes some pink logs that are, creating this cozy carousel section. And it's covered in frosted pink blooms and faux crystals to give the look of snow. And they actually have chairlift seats that are hanging from the carousel. So like the things that you sit on the carousel are like retro pink chairlifts, which is awesome. So you can like sit down there, and it actually spins around. You can take your photos. You can, go for a little ride while you drink your drinks. Don't throw up.
Right.
And then the space also has pink Christmas trees all around it. They have pink strings of lights hanging from the ceiling, pink throw pillows on the lounge tables.
I mean, they're really going after that Instagram girlfriend.
Oh, yep, they are. They have snow bunnies all over the Instagram with the Moxie Times Square Instagram location. imagine. They even have chandeliers that are like antler looking. They look like antlers like
that's
you'd
cool.
find in a trendy
Mhm.
ski lodge. So they really go above and beyond.
Love
And
this.
I mean, the decorations are amazing. And then it also works that with their menu, they brought out the winter cocktails and food. And one of the dessert items specifically that was highlighted in one of the articles I was reading about the opening of the rooftop bar was this like gorgeous looking dessert. It's like a pink s'more with rainbow sprinkles, you know, on the marshmallow. It has the whole graham cracker and chocolate. And then on top of it, because why not, is a huge piece of pink cotton candy. So
Oh my God.
it's like
Stop
this
it.
deluxe
I
s'more.
love it. So while you're Instagramming yourself, you can Instagram the dessert and the amazing drink you're getting. I mean, this is like free marketing. Moxie, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that user generated content. It's like
Mhm, mhm.
craziness. So
This is awesome.
way to go to Moxie. I need to be there. I mean, I may be
Right?
in New York around New Year's Eve, so we'll see if I can make my way to
Oh,
this rooftop bar. So we'll see, but that's an awesome one as well. And then for a local to me in Boston in the Seaport, they have this whole little winter market that they're calling the Snowport.
mhm.
And it's so cute. I've gone like I think 3 times now,
I
a
love
couple
it.
different occasions. I mean, from the north end, it's just a quick little walk, like a
Right.
mile over to it. It's been crazy. So there is definitely a line, but it's a pop-up. It has all these different vendors, like small businesses that you can shop from. And then they also
Mm.
have Tuscan Kitchen, which is right next door in the Seaport to where this pop-up is located. They have a stand where they're selling food, they're selling drinks. So they have this whole little section that they're involved in. And I had a mulled wine from Tuscan Kitchen, which was amazing. And then I also had a spiked hot chocolate with tequila. So they offer it.
Really?
Yes, they
So
offer it with bourbon or tequila. And I
Mm.
personally am not a bourbon girl. I know you are, but I'm not. So
I
I
love
was like,
bourbon.
I asked the girl when I was ordering, I was like, which do you recommend? And she said straight away the tequila. And I was like, this is so interesting. I would not have thought to put tequila in my hot chocolate, but it was
Well, I
actually so
guess
good.
I feel like tequila does go well with chocolate. Like it definitely does pair well. I've never thought to put it with hot, like in a hot drink though.
Right.
That's really interesting. So when I worked a restaurant I worked at, we made up this like silly drink, but it was actually delicious called to coffee, and it was tequila and coffee with like other things in it, obviously.
Right.
And it was delicious. Like it was the best seller on our winter menu. And now I'm thinking like to cocoa.
To
I'm gonna make it
cocoa.
to cocoa.
To cocoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
to coffee was like a big hit, but to cocoa, I'm kind of into it.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
it was
excited.
good. I had one of each because the line was
Of course
so
you did.
long. The line was so long. So my friends and we double fisted
I
and we
would have
each got one
definitely.
of each so that we didn't have to wait in the line again.
What'd
But
you like better? What was like your fave?
I think the hot chocolate. The hot chocolate
Interesting.
was my
And was
favorite.
it just like, I mean, I'm assuming the hot chocolate was like gourmet and like probably like
Yeah.
kind of like a
Gourmet.
dark, rich chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was nice. And then they had whipped cream on it and like some little
Yeah.
fixing on it in the cup. And it's obviously warm. You know, it was the perfect picturesque holiday season night.
I love that.
I could have
wanna
been in
come
a
to the
Hallmark
Boston
movie.
Snowport.
I know. I could have been in a Hallmark
Yep.
movie. Maybe my future husband was there. You know, we just didn't run into each other. So never mind.
No, to win in a Hallmark movie, you have to go back to your hometown.
Oh, no thanks.
Exactly. That's the attitude you have to have. And then when you get there, you see like your old high school sweetheart. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't work like that. Or like big city girl who goes to like Alaska and then meets like
That's
cute guy
true.
bar who ends up owning entire town. That's a Hallmark movie.
You know, that's very
You
true.
can't win in a Hallmark movie in a big city. You have to leave the big city. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Okay.
I should write for
fine.
Hallmark.
I love, you know what movie I love? I love The Holiday. You know, that
I
one.
love The Holiday. Yeah, it's a great.
Who is that? Who is the actress in that?
Cameron Diaz.
Yes, it's Cameron Diaz. And oh my God, the
and
beautiful
what's
man.
her name? Kate Winslet.
Yes. And
Yeah.
the man is gorgeous. I don't remember his name.
It's
Starts with a J.
Yeah, it's oh my God, this is gonna bother me. Everyone who's listening right now is like yelling the name, I'm sure. He's English.
Wait, I'm
He's
Googling
handsome.
it.
Because every Christmas movie needs a handsome English man.
Jude Law. Jude Law.
Thank you, Jude Law.
Yeah, Jude Law. But I love that movie. You know, she leaves like Los Angeles, I think it is,
Mhm.
and then she
They
goes.
switch houses.
They
It's
switch
awesome.
houses, and then she falls in love just in time for Christmas. So
Yep, they both do.
they both do.
They both do. Great movie. Great movie. I love holiday movies.
I love holiday movies. So, but that's, just grab your spiked hot chocolate from Tuscan Kitchen and walk back home and then sit on your couch and watch a holiday movie. But I love the whole with some friends. But yeah, so pop-ups are so cute. And I just love how creative everyone gets with them and how it's food and beverage and decorations. It's all cute and all cute and stuff. So
yeah. All right. Well, let's talk like some gifting ideas. So this last month, Eater came out with their own holiday gift guide. So like kind of like, a smaller version of like Oprah's favorite things, but it was ideas specifically for anyone in your life who is part of the hospitality industry. And we did ask some of our customers which of these gift guide ideas they would most love to receive, and also what they didn't see in the list, but would love to receive nonetheless. So we're going to share some of those answers with you now, and maybe you can get them for your own hospitality industry friend, a client, or yourself. I mean, 'tis the season. So what people loved from the guide, the first is, and we will share all of the links to these things in the description of the episode as well, so you can check them out for yourself. But the first one is glass salt bowls. And this is from a Portland glass artist named Lynn Reed. And she's known for making gorgeous works of glass, but they can be pretty pricey. So these glass salt bowls are made with the leftover glass from, him. I don't know. I just like went directly to her for Lynn. I apologize, Lynn. It's not often you find a Lynn that's a man, though.
This is true.
It's one of those names though that like are usually female, but can definitely be male. Like my sister's name is Jody, and she gets it all. It can be definitely be a guy, but it's usually a girl.
My mom's name is Lynn.
Yeah, right. I mean, I know a lot of female Lyns. I know one male Lynn, but like I thought it was just like a weird thing.
A one-off.
Apparently, there's more of you out there. I apologize. But anyways, so normally his projects are pretty pricey. So this one is made from the leftover glass of other projects, and it's just $15, which I thought was pretty cool.
They're super cute.
Yeah, they are really cute. And then the Eater Wine Club was another one. Of course, Eater had to promote themselves, but I get it. And they do have their own wine club that delivers selections of wine to the recipient. And Eater offers all sorts of packages that provide wine monthly, every couple of months, or whatever, however often you want to receive the wine. And it is actually, I checked it out. It is like, I did another one. I don't want to call it the name, but I don't do it anymore because I wasn't loving the wines. But these wines actually look like something I would, be interested in getting. So I'm going to look more into that. I love buying stuff for myself. I have to stop. Okay. So this next one is a book. It's called Gastro Obscura, and it's a food adventurer's guide. And you can find this at your local Target for only $26. And this description for it reads, "Wonder is around every corner and on every plate. The curious minds behind Altus Obscura now turn to the hidden curiosities of food, which become a gateway to fascinating stories about human history, science, art, and tradition, all organized by country." I love that. It looks really cool. I may not buy it, but I'm going to look at it next time I'm at Target.
You're always at Target.
I am at Target a lot. The next one is a kale and herb razor. This was very unique, I thought. So this razor for $15 de-stems kale and herbs without any of the fussy mess and mangled leaves. I love this product.
Did you know that this existed?
I did not. And I'm mad at myself for not knowing this existed. And I'm buying one 100%. This is happening. Or I'm just going to tell Mike to buy me one for Christmas, put in my stocking. Like,
right.
Do you know, like I use so many fresh herbs when I cook just because I like the way it tastes better. And I do eat a lot of kale. And it's like the destemming is the worst part. It's so annoying. It's like, it's never smooth. You know what I mean? So I think this is a great gift idea for really anyone who cooks. Doesn't have to be a chef, like any home cook would love this. And then the last one on the list that people loved was the Click and Grow Smart Garden. And I feel like Rachel was a big fan of this one. So this planter has automatic watering technology and grow lights that will keep veggies and herbs alive. And it's around $100 on Amazon, which isn't bad for, considering how many plants I've killed and herb plants I've killed. I honestly still don't think I could keep something alive though. Like I would love for you to get this and try it out and let me know how it goes. Cause I can't keep anything. I can barely keep a cactus alive. Like things that don't need watering, like spray it once a month. I forget to spray it.
So it's like
I killed an aloe plant. Like who kills an aloe plant? That's awful.
Yeah. I've only tried it a couple times, but my cousin is like has a huge green thumb. So she like will give me some things from her collection and then they just end up dead. So
Yeah.
I'm not the funny thing, either like how they described it, they were like, this is the perfect gift for someone, no matter how green or not their thumb may be. So I think I definitely
Oh
would.
no.
I would
My
want to
thumb's
try
black.
this. I don't know. It has like it's black. It has automatic water technology and growing lights. So like, shouldn't that just you can't you just like let it sit and then don't touch it and then it just gives you your stuff, your
Yeah,
plants
I guess. But
in
like,
theory?
yeah. Yeah, in theory. In theory, Rachel.
In theory.
I would still kill the plant, but it does look cool. I did look at it and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool actually. And it's not huge either. So like it can work in apartments and stuff. It's not like super
Right.
big. So definitely check that out. And then, like I said before, we did ask our customers if there were things that weren't on the list that they are loving right now. And a few other ideas that weren't included in the guide are a craft beer club subscription, which I think is a great idea. A planner. I love to write still in plan. I love planners. But they said a planner that also has tips, tricks, and possibly some menu ideas or recipes. I thought that was an interesting idea.
Me
So
too.
like a planner for hospitality people. I kind of love that. We should actually make
I
those.
was gonna say, I didn't know if that
Is that a
existed
good idea? Did I
already.
just throw that idea out there?
Let's
Did we
take
just
it
throw
back.
that
Maybe I should
idea
cut that
away?
maybe I should cut that section out.
Oh my God, what are we doing? Let's talk to Jono. We'll get a Tripleseat planner that has, oh my God, a branded planner. Now I'm taking this too far.
I'll put that in the
then-
swag. I'll put that in the swag list.
Yeah.
2022.
Oh man. I want one. Okay. So then the last two was a stylish chef coat or apron for wearing in the kitchen. Obvious. I like that though. Not a lot of chefs just throw on like the ones provided by the restaurant, but I think this is a great idea. They could use it at home too. So,
Right.
and then experiences, which I feel like are always like, that's a big thing recently. People don't want things, they want experiences. So I can get down with that. And they don't have to be just virtual experiences anymore now that things are open again. So,
Right.
yeah. I think these are all great ideas. So thank you to our customers who answered, and thank you to Eater for coming out with that article because I am gonna buy all of those things.
There's this meme that I've seen on Instagram that it's like, I sent it to my mom, but it's like when you're it's a picture of the Grinch and it goes when you're shopping and then you realize you think, oh, who would like that gift? Who would that be perfect for? Me. You know, you're trying to shop for other people and everything. You're like, oh, I want that too. So that's how we felt on this list.
I do it opposite too, where like I'm out shopping for Christmas and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this and this and this. And then I'm like, ooh, like my daughter, Maisie could use that. I'm going to buy that too. And Cole, like I buy things for like my family members, but not for Christmas, just like things, because things are on sale and there's more stuff. And I'm like, I'm like really digging into my Christmas budget with all these things that nobody needs.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But that's what everyone does. So it's fine. I wish I could be one of those people who like follows a budget, like this much for this person, this much for this person. And my husband is that person. So he'll be like, okay, so here's like the however amount of money for like these relatives. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then like an hour later, I'm like, hey, I need $75 more. Because he has like a separate account for just holiday, and then he'll transfer it into like our joint account because he's super smart and he knows that I'll spend all the money if he doesn't do that.
That's balance. That's why you're meant for each other.
Right? It is balance. Anyways. So yeah, that was a great episode. I liked it a lot.
That was a great episode.
You guys liked it too. There's a lot of tips in there. So, let us know if you enjoyed it. Maybe we'll do one more holiday episode. I feel like these do really well. Everyone's in the joyous holiday spirit. We do need to do one on New Year's Eve too, though. I mean, that's a big one. So we should probably.
That's also true. I know.
Right?
What else? No one's thinking about anything else in the industry right now except for holiday season related things. Exactly. So these are perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening, and hopefully we see you guys again next week for the next episode. Thanks.